Hello, hello, beautiful empaths. Hi guys, how is everybody out there? How is everyone watching? Denzomos, guys, you're all appreciated. Thank you very much for loving and supporting Denzomos. Guys, a beautiful day. It's sunny, but either way, I'm still going to make the video inside. So, how do you accept yourself 100%? How do you love yourself 100%? So guys, beautiful subject. Promise is a date. Here I am. Now, you need to understand, guys, first of all, before I start anything, I'm so grateful for all of you out there. You're supporting and liking Denzomos. You all appreciate it. So, we jump right in now. We're going to discuss today the ways you can love and the ways you can accept yourself 100%. Guys, you always have to understand that you don't need anyone out there to approve you. You don't need anybody's approval or anybody's approval or anybody's acceptance before you can accept yourself. Because loving yourself literally means you have the ability to love yourself before someone else loves you. In the same way is accepting yourself, meaning that you can always accept yourself before someone else accepts you. So today we are going to discuss the ways in which you can do that, the ways you can actually actively love and accept yourself 100% so that you can be able to move on with your life. I mean, with pleasure, without worries, without overthinking. You can always go in the right direction because you don't have to wait for anybody to love you, or you don't have to wait for anybody to accept you. So you can always go in the right way. You know what I mean? So the first way I can talk about here is you need to remember to live. This is my first way. You guys can always relate with your own ways, but these are my ways that have worked for me. And this is why I'm out there to share them with you. Maybe it can help one or two guys out there. So the very first one I can talk about is remembering. You always have to remember to live in the now moment. You have got to live in the now moment, because always I've written in my page and I've made it clear that yesterday is a gone case. Yesterday is history. You always have to remind yourself that yesterday is gone, so it's gone, it's not coming back, and tomorrow is not promised. You know what I mean? So you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So which I'm talking about is that you have the history, then you have the future. The history which was yesterday, and the future which is tomorrow. So yesterday and tomorrow is two different things. All you need to remind yourself is that you are living in the now moment. So the now moment is what you have. So the now moment is what you have. You are living in the now. So all the days that have passed, they have passed. There's nothing you can do about that. All the days are gone. So you have got to be in the present moment. It is the only way you're going to survive. And it's the only way you're going to learn that you're able to accept yourself 100%, and you're also able to love yourself 100% when you practice that moment whereby it is now. What I have now is what matters. You know what I mean? So what I have now is what matters. Whatever had happened yesterday, or what might happen tomorrow, that is just, because when you worried about what is going to happen tomorrow, you get something what they call anxiety. So you end up getting anxiety. So you're anxious about a lot of things. Then when you worry about what happened yesterday also, it brings you some kind of a depression. So all you have to do is remember that you have got to live in the now moment. It's very vital, because it's the only way you can move forward and be able to love yourself and accept yourself 100%. So I can talk about the second step, which I call procrastination. So you cannot procrastinate about things. You have got to stop procrastinating. Every day when you feel something is good for you, you feel that there is something you want to do. You wake up in the morning, you have an idea. For example, you want to make a video, or for example, you want to go see somebody. Maybe you want to visit a neighbor, or you want to do something good for yourself. You should always have that feeling of stopping to procrastinate. So you cannot be in that situation of procrastinating, because the more you procrastinate, the more you end up not being able to do certain things, because you're always stuck in the middle there. You cannot move. You cannot be able to love yourself and accept yourself 100% when you're always putting things on the hold. Because when you're putting things on the hold, it's very possible that those things that you are holding on the line, you're holding yourself back to do, they are actually the things that actually are going to make you happy. So you should be able to wake up with a dream. You should be able, guys, to wake up with a dream, wake up with motivation, wake up with gratitude, wake up with a plan. You know what I mean? So do not always hold back things. When you know something is good for you, It doesn't have, you don't have to know everything, because sometimes when you sit down in a place, you can think that you can always know everything about things. But always, you have to remember that everything you put on the hold, it stays on the hold, and the time you will want to do it, for example, if you push it for tomorrow or you push it for the next day, it may not work out the same way it should have worked out the way you had planned before. So guys, all I'm trying to say is that my second way to love yourself and accept yourself 100% is to stop procrastination. So you do not have to procrastinate about things. Just wake up, have a dream, just go for it. Just go for it and do it anyway. And anyway, at the end of the day, it's going to work out for you. So guys, the third thing I can talk about is you need to learn how to validate yourself. You know, oftentimes we guys think that a lot of us think that we need some specific validation from people. So we need that, for example, we need to get out of the house and you need to be dressed in a certain way. You know what I mean? You need a certain dress code, you know, just to approve, to get people's approval. You know what I mean? To get people's approval and validation. But at the end of the day, guys, it's your decision, because whatever you do for yourself, whatever you have, whatever you possess, your possessions, the people around you, everything is in your own power. So you always have you must have the ability to be able to validate yourself, and do not wait for anybody. Do not wait for your neighbors. Do not wait for your father. Do not wait for your mother. Everything you want to do, for example, if you want to dress in a certain way when you're going outside, you do not have to ask somebody, how do you feel? You know, how do I look? For example, you're going for a wedding, and then you just turn into your neighbors and asking them, hey guys, what do you think? How do I look actually? You do not have to ask anybody how you feel or how you look. You have got to first of all validate yourself before anybody out there validates you, because it's only through self-validation you are able to accept yourself 100%. So whatever somebody else is going to add on your, whatever somebody else is going to approve to you, that is going to be a bonus. But the first thing, to accept yourself. The way I'm dressing, that is okay. The way I'm looking, that is okay. You know yourself better, because each and every one of us, we know ourselves better than all the people out there we think that are supposed to validate us before actually we validate ourselves. So that is my second way. Your lifestyle is your choice as well. I'm talking about the validation. So your lifestyle you want to live, that is your choice. The car you want to drive is your choice. The clothes you want to wear, that is your choice. What you want to take for your breakfast, that is your choice. What you want to do in the day, it is your choice. We have always got a choice. When we wake up in the morning, every day we wake up in the morning and we're going outside to do something, it is always a choice, and we have free. We must be able to be free to express our own freedom to do those things we want to do without having to get some sort of validation from the people around us. So the other thing I can talk about is that you need to accept, guys, that bygones are bygones. Bygones are bygones, guys. There's nothing you can do. Something has happened, it has happened. You have been in a marriage, you're separated. So maybe you're divorced, maybe you're separated, or maybe you've been in a certain job, you have left the job. You cannot sit on your ass and start crying yourself out because somebody has left you. My husband has left me, my wife has left me. Guys, the life is big. We are billions of people in this planet, and you cannot believe how many people will be fighting to be with you. So whichever relationship has gone, let bygones be bygones, guys. You can always go out there, you can always find somebody else. A job that has left, you know, you've left a job, or you've been fired, or you've been sacked, you can always remind yourself that there are millions of job opportunities around the world, and you can always get a new job, you can always find something else to do. So you cannot always cry over something that is gone. When something is gone, guys, you have got to practice. You have got to train yourself that thing of letting things go. You know what I mean? So bygones are bygones. So you let the things go so that you can be able to attract the new things, and the most things that benefit you, the new things you would like to be in your life. That's the only way you're going to be able to attract those things that you've always wanted, because each and every time something leaves you, there is always something going to come to you. It does not matter whether it's a boyfriend or it's a husband or it's a wife. Anything that leaves your life, even if you lose your phone, you always have to know that it was for the better that you've lost that phone. Whether it is property, anything that you lose, you have got to know that there is always something else coming in for you. The universe is going to bless you always with something better, and you can always get something better for that matter. So you do not have to worry about the bygones. Bygones are bygones. It's gone, it's yesterday, and you have got to have that thing whereby you are able to accept that it has gone. Yes, it has gone. You accept it has gone. Believe it has gone, hard as it may be, but believe it that it has gone, and prepare yourself for something new. So that is another way that you can be able to love yourself, because when you're thinking about something that is gone, something that has gone, it has left your life, it has gone, you cannot be able to love yourself when you're in that mood, that vibration, I can call it vibration, that vibration of thinking that somebody has left you. So that vibration of thinking that you cannot get something back, you can always get back. Guys, we live in an infinite world whereby we have got infinite opportunities. There is not any specific number of opportunities that are waiting us ahead. So there's infinite, whether it is money, whether it is partners, whether it is love, whether it is food, anything in the world, on the planet, is infinite. You cannot finish whatever the universe has blessed us with. So guys, it's another way that you can love and accept yourself 100%. Another thing I can talk about is you need to learn, you always need to learn how to treat yourself 100%. So when I talk about loving and accepting yourself 100%, I also mean that you should be able, one of my other ways, you should be able to treat yourself 100%. You know what I mean? So you shouldn't be able to sit down. You shouldn't be sitting down there and waiting somebody to come and treat you. You know what I mean? By loving yourself means that, what do I mean by that? Go out there, buy yourself a nice meal. You know what I mean? So you can always take yourself out. You do not have to wait for somebody, because you know, you're always on the weekends, they're your friends and they're coming and you guys are going out somewhere, you're having a party with this and this. But what if they don't come? What if tomorrow is another day and they have not come to you, or they have not come to pick you up, for example, for that matter? So you should be able to learn that you should always treat yourself the way you want other people to treat you. Because if you want other people to treat you in a certain way, it is very possible that they can treat you in that way and you may not like it. So you should have that capacity and capability to treat yourself the same way you want other people to treat you. And that is the way that you are actually practicing that thing of loving and accepting yourself. You will find that when you're doing that, whether it is a meal, it does not matter whether you want to buy a meal, you want to go to a nice restaurant, you want to buy yourself a nice pair of shoes, anything you want for yourself, you should have the capacity of treating yourself 100% before anybody else will treat you the same way you want to be treated. So you should always know that you can always treat yourself to the things that you love. The restaurants you want to go to, the movies you want to go to, the movies you want to eat the best food, you want to go to the movies and watch a certain type of movie. Do not wait for a certain friend to come with you. Yes, they can come with you if you call them, but they may or they may not. But what I'm trying to say is that you do not have to wait for somebody to follow you and go with you somewhere because you think that, yes, when they go, that's when I'm going to be able to be happy. That's when I'm going to be able to have a lot of joy because they are with me. First of all, the guys, the happiness doesn't come from outside. The happiness starts from within. So whatever you're looking for out there, it is first of all supposed to be, it's first of all supposed to manifest within you before it manifests out of you. So you know what I mean? So because when something doesn't manifest within you, happiness is not in you, or you do not accept yourself inside, there's no way you're going to accept people. Other people are going to accept you because you have failed to accept and love yourself 100%. Guys, the next thing I can talk about is remember that everything you do, you have got to ask yourself the question, do you really like what you're doing? Because each and everything you do, it's a choice. You know what I mean? It is a choice. Each and everything you do, it's a choice. And you should always learn to accept the choices you make. So you don't need somebody outside there to come and make the choices for you. You should be able to feel pleasure with the things you do and the things you say or the choices you make yourself. So you should be able to find always pleasure in everything you do. You should be always accepting things you do, not because somebody else has done them. For example, you do not have to wake up in the morning and dress in a certain way because somebody is dressing in the same way. You can always accept and find pleasure in those things. First of all, with yourself, not because somebody else is doing them, but take that pleasure, have that happiness in you. Get up and wear these things you want to wear. Get up and eat that food you want to eat. Everything you have got to have pleasure in each and everything you do. So you're supposed to feel it. It is the only way you can accept yourself, because you cannot get out in the morning and then you look at yourself, you think that, oh wow, I'm not dressed so nice. You look at my neighbor is looking very, very, very nice. My neighbor is looking, my neighbor is dressing so and so. This one is driving a certain car. Me, I'm not driving this. So you cannot always compare yourselves to people, because each and everybody is made in a unique way. So we are never and we shall never be the same. Everybody is unique in their own ways, and everybody has got their own way of doing things. But the very important thing you need to do always, guys, you need to understand that when you find pleasure in those things you do, that is the only way you're going to be able to accept yourself and to be able to love yourself. Because when you get out and you start comparing yourself to people, for example, I've seen some guys on the social media pages, you know what I mean? Sometimes I see on the media pages somebody saying, oh, that one has got 1 million likes, this one has got 1,000 likes, that one has got 2,000 likes. Guys, it does not matter who has two likes, 3 likes, 5 likes, 1,000 likes. It does never really matter, because when you learn that the things you do, you're not doing them for the people outside. First of all, you're doing them because they give you pleasure. Then that is when actually other people are going to appreciate. And because, guys, you need to remember that, first of all, finding pleasure in yourself is very attractive. When you find yourself pleasurable, when you can be able to pleasure yourself, it is the only way other people are going to be able to pleasure you. Because when you do not know how to pleasure yourself, nobody is going to pleasure you. So it does not matter. You can go and do some things that make you happy. You can create pages on the social media pages. You can create social media pages. You can make videos. You can laugh. You can post photos. I've seen so many. I have a lot of friends every day who post nice photos and some nice clips and videos and this. This is because they are happy with what they are doing. So they do not post these things because they need likes. It's not about the likes, because at the end of the day, the likes are not going to make you happy. It is you who is going to still make yourself happy. So anything you do, it has got to be pleasurable. You have got to love it first. You have got to like it first, because it is yours and it is yourself. So when you love and accept those things about yourself, it is the only way you're going to be out there, and other people are going to reflect that love and that acceptance back to you. Guys, Denzel was unscripted. I love you all, guys. It's been a short video, but I hope to talk to you soon. Just going for a walk now, but I'll be talking to you soon. And peace out. Bless you all, and hope you learn from this. Take 1 or 2 points and share, like, subscribe with your friends. Love you all, guys. Peace out.